So yeah, hi everybody. My name is Christopher Neeson. I am currently the AMIR project manager, so anything on kind of the administrative and financial side at the University of Bordeaux, which is the coordinating institution of the AMIR Master program. So the overall coordinator is Professor Guido Sonnemann, but yeah, he's usually not involved in these kind of events. So that's it for me. Aina.
Thank you, Christopher. So hello, everyone. My name is Aina. I'm from Mallorca, Spain. My background is in chemistry, and I was part of the second cohort of AMIR. Therefore, I graduated in 2020. Currently, I'm at the University of Bordeaux doing my PhD. I just began my second year. So, Irfan, your turn.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Irfan. I have graduated from AMIR Master program in 2020, and now I'm a doctoral candidate in Aalto University in Finland. I did my first year in Aalto, and then I went to University of Bordeaux, and now I'm a doctoral student in Aalto University again. So nice to meet you all, people. Thank you.
Just a question for Shushanik, because maybe she can confirm that Yazan Bedour, another AMIR alumnus, will be joining us later. I think that's what you told me. Is that correct?
Yes,
Shushanik?
that's correct. Yeah? Yes, that's
okay.
correct.
Perfect. Okay.
I have just seen that I think Muni has just connected.
Yes, that's also true. Muni, you can introduce yourself if you don't mind.
Sorry, we cannot hear you, Muni.
You are mute, Muni.
Yeah.
Perfect,
so now
yeah.
you can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone, I am Moni and I did my master's from AMIR Master program, and currently I am doing my PhD in France, Limoges from 1 year. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know. I heard so many questions online on Unibuddy, so it would be better if you can ask here.
Yeah, I should probably also add that I need to catch up on questions on Unibuddy. So if you have asked some on there, I'll reply to you as soon as possible. But if you want to ask the same questions here, then no problem.
I see that already someone has the hand raised.
Yeah.
So please, Amir, I'm sorry if we don't pronounce the names right. Go ahead, ask your question. Hi.
Hello, Amir. Yeah, do you have a question for us?
Maybe we can take a look at the chat box. We have another question there. Walid says, I have a background in geology of mineral resources. Can I still apply?
Geology of mineral resources. This is the kind of question we receive quite often by email or on Unibuddy. Nothing prevents you technically from applying to the program. It's true that the main sort of academic background that we generally look for is more chemistry, chemical engineering, or material science at degree level. So you can apply, yes, but if you don't have background at degree level, bachelor degree level in the subjects, you know, related to chemistry or chemistry, then in at least one or more of the partners that you might attend if you join the program, then you're going to find it difficult to get up to the level required. You know, there needs to be a sort of basic level, well, basic degree level in chemistry in most of the partners, and in others in chemical engineering as well. So what I always advise is that you go to our website, AMIR, I can write it in the chat just in case. And you go to the program page, and there, for each of the academic partners involved in the program, you have a detailed list with a description of all the modules they offer. So I would recommend that you go and have a look at that, especially for the first year partners, the 3 first year partners in the program. And, that would hopefully help you decide whether it's, appropriate for you to apply or not. You're welcome. Okay, what else do we have? Question about metallurgical background. Is that the next one we have?
Yes, that's correct.
From VJ. So VJ, I take it the question is similar then to the one just asked. You want to know if that means you're eligible to apply to the program or not. Is that correct?
I would say that that's probably the question.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, so I mean, the answer is basically the same. I mean, it depends what exactly, are you talking about what kind, by metallurgical, what do you mean exactly? Have you done engineering, or, maybe, I don't know, Aina, can you shed some light on this, do you think, or?
Well, during, I did AMIR the same years as Muni, and 2 of our colleagues were from a metallurgical background. Mm-hmm. And I would say that they struggled quite a bit with the chemical part. While I would say it's not impossible to succeed and finish AMIR, I would say that you will have to be ready to put some effort to keep up with all the courses, all the chemical courses that we have.
Yeah, chemical bonds and things like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think we can move on to the next one. I'm interested. This is from Juan. Okay, first year in Bordeaux and second in Darmstadt. It would be great to know about these places specifically as foreign students. Okay, so for Bordeaux, I mean, I can probably say some things for Bordeaux, but it's probably better that it comes from Moni or from Aina, first of all.
Yeah, I might share my experience. Regarding Bordeaux, I think you will enjoy, and now it become an international sport, so I think it's nice. In Bordeaux, basically, you will be more focused on chemistry. On the other hand, in Germany, Darmstadt, it will be more focused on material science, and there you can choose some courses. So I think if your background is related to chemistry, I think both places are really nice, and you will have lots of opportunities. You just have to find the right opportunity for yourself. And if you want to go in the field of material science or chemistry, I think these both places are great. And if you are from polymer background, Hungary is nice. So of course, it depends like in what field you want to go. So better to choose the place, related to your background, or in what you are planning your future in what field. Mm. So this would be my experience.
I think to Muni's answer, I can only add that, for example, the experience of living in Bordeaux as a foreigner student, Bordeaux is a very nice city. It's very pretty. When you walk the street in the center, you feel like you are in a French movie. And there is a big student community. The university is very big in the city, therefore there is a lot of students, plenty of events to meet other Erasmus students or even French students. From Darmstadt, for Darmstadt, I cannot talk because my second year I did it in Liège. But I visited them in Darmstadt for a few days and they were having fun.
Yeah, I would add something also. I did my second year in Bordeaux. Both of these universities are very well known, especially in material science in Europe. Bordeaux, as Aina said, is a very nice city. You know, the city itself is full of hustle and bustle, and the university has a very good international community. And also one interesting point for me when I was in Bordeaux was that for each courses, there were a couple of teachers at the same time. And we had opportunity to see different perspective and different methods of teaching for each individual subject. Moreover, it was a good opportunity to expand our network and meet more academic staff more than usual. That I like this point in Bordeaux. And yes, about living in Bordeaux, I would say that if you don't know French, that's completely okay in university, but it's good to at least know some basic French to live in the city, you know. Yeah, but anyhow, I'm sure that you're gonna enjoy there.
And the university offers free French courses to students.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Darmstadt, I think they provide German classes as well, possibly.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but this is generally part of the package that's offered to students. You know, each of the partner universities, students are fully encouraged to immerse themselves in the language and local culture. You know, that's part of the program, the ideal. And yeah, so they offer language courses as part of that. I would say that Darmstadt, maybe if we have time, once Yazan joins us, he's also, you know, competent to speak about Darmstadt, having spent his second year or part of his second year there. So yeah, maybe we'll have time, hopefully, when he joins us a bit later in the session. Next question I see is from Mohammed on the grading system or in differences in the grading system. Okay, yeah, so I'm not sure. Let me see. How do you calculate the grading system of the students? My grading system counts A grade from 95%. Okay, from 80 or 85. Okay. Grade point average, sorry, but I'm no expert at all in this field. Are you talking, if you're talking about the grades that are given within the program, it depends on each of the individual universities. And I mean, between the individual universities, we have a grade calculator, which allows us to convert the grades between them, so that at the end of the program, you receive an overall grade from each. I would say that in Bordeaux, for example, an A grade is from 6. Grading, first of all, is out of 20, from 0 to 20. You need over 10 pass. This is considered a pass. And an A grade would then be over 16. And yeah, generally nobody gets, you know, any higher than 17 or 18. That's really difficult. So yeah, 16 is already an excellent grade.
Yeah, and for example, in Germany, they do opposite grading system. Like they give from 5. So if you get 5 means you are fail, or if you're getting 4.5, you are fail. So if you are getting 1, then you are like very good students. And like it's opposite grading system. So you have to get less to be good student.
I think, so however, that he might be asking how can he provide his grades to apply for the master?
Yeah. I mean, I would say, I mean, if the grade point average is still in there, then the evaluators will understand. There's no, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about national or local specificities. The evaluators, you know, have been doing this for 4 or 5 years now. You know, they know how to read transcripts from diverse countries and regions. So yeah, I would just say that on that subject.
And if maybe, I don't know, but if maybe you think it's very specific, you can provide a document with a reference explaining how your grades might be translated into another more known grading system.
Yeah, exactly. If there's no GPA or other general, you know, notation system accompanying this specific local system you mentioned, where an A grade is counted from 95% upwards, then yeah, maybe try to obtain something, as Aina says, from your university, which specifies this, which gives an explanation. Yeah. Okay, next one, Taiwo. Okay, hello. From an English-speaking country and haven't taken an English proficiency test, can I apply using a letter of English proficiency from my university? Yes, you can do that. You can do that quite simply, no problem. Mohammed, a question on language requirements. Okay, again, on the English certificate. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it depends. So if you're not from an English-speaking country, then it's not really accepted. You can put it in your file, you know, it's part of, it will be taken into consideration, but in that case, it would be better if you had an official certificate, whether it be IELTS or whether it be TOEFL or someone who's working with the Cambridge English system as well. So yeah.
I want to add something in this, because in AMIR course, normally we can give a English certificate from our university. It is mentioned there that if you did your bachelor's in English, you can provide certificate which will be like stating that your courses were in English in your bachelor's, and you can provide that certificate, and it should be okay for our course.
Yeah, for you it was okay.
Yeah.
I just think that it's probably been tightened a bit since. I mean, if it's impossible for you to obtain an official certificate, especially at this stage, if you don't have one already, Mohammed, then I would say submit what you have. As I say, you can still submit your application and it will still be taken into consideration and evaluated. And you put, yeah, as you say, what you have, you put the certificate from your university stating that all your courses were delivered and were taught in English, exams, etc. And yeah, you just go from there. I mean, I don't see any other way. As I say, if your university, although you have done all your classes in English, if you're not in an English-speaking country, if your university is not in an English-speaking country or in a country where English is one of the official languages, then yeah, in theory, it's not looked upon as well as it would be if it was a country where English is an official language. I'm just putting the link in to the relevant page just for the benefit of everybody while we're on this subject, where you can find the application criteria, the documents, etc., that are required. There's a little bit more information, explanation given there. Mohammed, you probably already know this, but this is for everybody. Oops, hold on. Just put it in again. Okay, there it is. So yeah, let me come to the next question. Let me see. Okay. Hamza, could you please share the weightage of each application document? It's not, there's no weighting in terms of the documents. The weighting is in terms of the assessment criteria, and we don't, as a program, we don't give out the weighting in advance of the evaluations. This information can be given to candidates who want a little bit more detail once they've been evaluated on what their result was. And then we can also say, well, this was your result for this criteria, and this is the amount of weighting for that criteria. There are 5 criteria in total. I'm not going to remember them all from off the top of my head, but there's level of English, there's motivation, and of course that's directly linked to your letter of motivation, naturally. There's also one regarding your work experience / your entrepreneurial potential, because this is something that's a strong factor of the AMIR Master as a master program of the Raw Materials Academy of the EIT. And the other one would be, yeah, your academic background, your level, your grades from your previous, from your bachelor degree. Those are the ones, there might be one more, but those are the ones I remember right now. AMIR, okay, I don't have a birth certificate right now. I will get it after a week from the deadline from Union Council. I want to know if you can upload any other document in place of the birth certificate. Yeah, you can do like this, Amir, no problem. You can upload this character certificate, which you mentioned, and then when you get the birth certificate, send it to the amir.master email address, amir.master@u-bordeaux.fr, and we'll add it to your file. Okay. VJ, I only have medium of English certificate, not IELTS, TOEFL, so can I apply? I don't know this English assessment certification program. Again, technically you can apply, but I would say, yeah, your level of English, the grade you'll be attributed for that part of the evaluation is probably going to be lower than it would otherwise have been if you could provide an official IELTS, TOEFL, Cambridge certificate. But yeah, you can still apply. You can still apply. Emmanuel, I have a background in mechanical engineering. Okay, you already have a master's from India. Okay. And you want to apply for AMIS. Do you want to apply for AMIS or AMIR? Will I be considered if I applied? Again, if you're, well, from AMIR's point of view, I cannot answer for AMIS, but from AMIR's point of view, again, yes, you'll be considered. First point would be that obviously mechanical engineering is slightly out of the main focus that I described earlier. So it's the same thing again, you know, you would need to take into consideration that there will be requirements in chemistry that either if you don't have them already, then you're going to have to work a bit more to get up to the level. And so, yeah, you need to consider whether you're willing and above all able to do that. And yeah, I would also recommend you have a look on the program page of our website. You have more information about the modules taught to each of the academic partners, the university partners in AMIR. And secondly, you say you already have a master's in energy studies. So yeah, you're applying to do another master's program. So that's something you should take care to justify in your letter of motivation. So, you know, that's some advice as well, I think, that would be applicable to the AMIS program if that's the one that interests you. English language tests. Our graduates from Nigeria and India mandated to provide English language test as well. No, I would just say because they are countries where English, I believe, is an official language, then again, I would have something from your university if you're able to obtain it at this stage, and if you don't have it already, to certify that all classes were followed in English. Lastly, is there any scholarship opportunities? Yes, there are 2 scholarship opportunities this year. I'm going to put the relevant page of our website on again. So first of all, there are the full Erasmus Mundus scholarships, which are offered, and there are what I would call partial EIT grants, AFSA grants, which are offered. I'm not going to go into more detail because of time, but I'll give you the web page, and if you want to find out more, then please go there and have a look. 2 seconds. Okay. So, wow, lots of questions. We're going to do our best. I'm just trying to find where I was. This is always a problem when I write a message. I have to go back and see where I was in the order of the questions. Okay, so Walid, regarding the birth certificate, can I submit it in French or submit other English documents? Yeah, you can submit your birth certificate in French. It's not a big issue. For the benefit of everybody, the birth certificate is not so much a requirement for getting into the program as a potential requirement. If you are accepted into the program, then it may be needed at one or more of the universities which you will attend once you're in the program as part of their local registration process. Sometimes it's a compulsory document at that level. So that's just, you know, if you are accepted into the program without a birth certificate, then my strong recommendation would be to undertake the necessary steps to obtain your birth certificate before you actually come to your first year university. Okay. Yeah, citizenship certificate can be accepted, I would say, in place of the birth certificate at the program application initial stage. So at this stage now, no problem. Okay, yeah, VG, okay, so you're giving more information about, yeah, okay, so we provided the answer. The answer we gave you earlier on metallurgy doesn't change, it still remains the same, but thank you. Okay, AMIR, I want to do integration of machine learning with battery design at Darmstadt. If there's any such group who is working over computational battery design. Well, that's not one for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know somebody. Yeah, I know somebody who is recently graduated from AMIR, and he did master thesis in this topic in Darmstadt. So, AMIR, please send me a message on the Unibody, and also I will ask my friend, and then I will let you know for this. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Irfan.
No problem.
Thomas, okay. Specific question for me. Okay, great. I registered this week. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised actually. I've had so many questions without somebody asking about this. Yeah. So to anyone who's encountered this problem when creating their account, our apologies. This is something we've been struggling with, and unfortunately, until now, the application platform administrator has not been able to find a solution for. However, this you don't need to worry about I am every couple of days, I'm going into the application platform, into the administration part, and I'm manually validating the requests to create an application file. So yeah, there's no worries there. I'm not going to miss you. I will, yeah, if it's not already done, then I will do it, and you will be able to connect with the email address and the password that you defined when you tried to create it. They will still be valid. So I'll have another look this evening, and yeah, I would say by this evening or tomorrow morning, if it's not already done, then I will have validated it and you can go ahead. Okay. Hamza, any language courses in other universities? Yeah, I think the answer we gave previously covered this. So yeah, each partner university provides language courses in their local language. Bordeaux, I think you can, as of next year, it's in discussion whether we provide automatically English courses to all students in the Masters in Chemistry. So that includes AMIR. So English courses, even though, you know, that's one of the requirements to join the program, may well be included in Bordeaux. Are there any other languages that are offered to students? Yes, I think they are, but it's not so easy to access them. It doesn't go through the international office. The international office here, who I can speak for, only manages the French classes. So I think German and possibly Spanish are options, but you would need to be in contact with the language centre in Bordeaux for these. As for the other universities, I'm not sure at all if they offer other languages other than their own local languages in those countries. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Okay, next one, Danuk. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm a civil engineer, okay, purely civil and environmental engineering background, very interested in sustainable construction materials. So I would say that something that might be interesting to you would be the second year, the specialization in the second year at the Technical University of Madrid, given that background, where there is a focus on recycling of minerals and urban mining, recycling of construction materials. But again, what we said earlier, the difficulty might be in the first year where you have these needs in chemistry. So yeah, same advice as before, as we have given previously. Mohammed asks, average cost per month for living in Bordeaux and Darmstadt. So I can give a first answer for Bordeaux, but then I'll pass over to Aina and Moni, who probably, you know, are a bit more clued up about this these days than I am. But in Bordeaux, sort of from an official point of view, if you apply through Campus France, then you need to prove that you have minimum minimum income, sorry, of 615 euros per month. So, you know, that can give you an idea of what you need to live in Bordeaux. Darmstadt, I think for visa-seeking students who are going there, they ask students to prove a higher income. You're looking at 850 euros a month in Darmstadt. I mean, you might be able to get by in reality on less, but you're not going to get a visa to go to Germany, I think, from, you know, via Darmstadt if you're not able to prove you have this minimum income.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For Darmstadt, I think you have to show 10,800 euros, something like this, for 1 year visa if you are going to Darmstadt. But normally the living will cost less, I think so. In 500 should be enough for your monthly expenses if you are spending it, you know, in a very certain way. If you're not spending a lot more, so 500 should be enough. But for visa, you need to show them 10,800 euros for visa. So that's it. For Bordeaux, I think it's less. As well as in Bordeaux, you will get CAF, which will help you. So in Bordeaux, I think it will be even more less because you will have CAF. So that's...
Yeah, just a word on CAF for students going to Bordeaux. CAF is the name for a type of government help for paying your rent. It's something you would apply for, once you're here and once you have an accommodation, a room somewhere.
Yeah, I can add something also here. First of all, the estimation for cost of living is totally up to your lifestyle. But if I want to say about the constant price, like accommodation, at least share my own experience. If you look for student-based accommodation, it will cost you between 200 euros to maybe 500 euros. In my case, I had a private studio, which cost me 400 euros per month. However, there is an organization that you just mentioned, CAF, that you can get deduction around 30% of your monthly, your rental in every month. And also, I do remember that the public transport 2 years ago was 19 euros per month that I could use for bus, tram, and all transportations. And as Moni mentioned, in Bordeaux, maybe just 500, 600 euros would be enough. Yeah, but again, it depends to your lifestyle and how you spend your money. Yeah, but the accommodation is between 200 and 500. Yeah, without considering the CAF supports.
Okay, great. Really useful information. Thanks, guys. Aina, I don't know if you want to add anything. It's probably...
No, I think they covered everything.
Yeah, I think everything's covered. Okay. Adiwomi, again, apologies for my pronunciation, probably. Can a Bachelor of Engineering in Mining Engineering apply? Same question and same answer as before, really. Of course, you can apply. But yeah, be aware that once you're in the program, there are certain requirements, and in any case, I should add as well when I'm giving these answers that our evaluators are going to take this into consideration. So you'll probably have a lower score for the academic background criterion, but it depends on other factors as well. If you have quite a lot of work experience, for example, if you're highly motivated, if your grades are still strong in that particular field, if you've demonstrated some so-called entrepreneurial potential, then and you have a strong level of English, then overall you could still have a strong score and still have a good chance of getting into the program. So yeah, that's about as much insight as I can give you there. Ultimately, it's up to you whether you want to to have a look at again, as I say, the modules offered at each university. Use the advice I've given you and decide for yourself if you want to take the time to put in an application to the program.
Can I add just something?
Of course.
While obviously, I encourage all of you to apply, as Christopher mentioned at the beginning, the background required for AMIR, it's more like chemistry, material science, especially there is quite a lot of chemistry. So if your background doesn't match this, obviously, I encourage all of you to apply, but I think it's also nice to do the exercise to think not only if I am a right candidate for AMIR, also if AMIR is the right master for me, because you will invest 2 years of your life you will probably like moving across the globe. It's 2 years that are very intense. While the experience is amazing, it's a lot of work you have to put in. So be sure that you check the website, that you check the subjects, that you check what the courses are about. Be sure that AMIR meets your expectations and it's what you want to do. Not only that if you would be accepted, but also that AMIR can provide you what you want from a master.
Yeah, great advice, I think, Aina.
Yeah, and also I can add something. I would say that if you have passion about entrepreneurship and innovation, this can be a great opportunity for you, because one of the goals of the program is educating the people in their expert in their background, like chemistry, material science, but with innovation and entrepreneurial mindset, that you will be able to achieve some soft skills for AMIR program or even some other EIT-labelled master program. So if you think about becoming an entrepreneur, this could be a great opportunity, just in case, just to remember. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, Mohammed, next question. How many scholarships given each year for a AMIR program? Well, it depends ultimately on how many candidatures we receive and on the quality of the candidatures. I mean, we have targets regarding the EIT raw materials, and we have an overall number of scholarships, Erasmus Mundus scholarships, which we can give out over the next 4 years, while we have the funding and labelling from Erasmus Mundus. But it's difficult, this can vary from 1 year to the other as well. So it's difficult to say. I would say this year we will be aiming to recruit somewhere in the region of 40 students. And I would say probably something like 15 Erasmus Mundus scholarships will be given out. And to the rest of the students selected, we would be able to give the partial EIT grants scholarships. So yeah, but again, this is just an estimate. It will depend on the number and quality of applications and on the evaluators' work as a result of that. Could you please describe briefly the selection procedure? Yeah, okay, I can do that. You will find it in more detail at the apply page of our website, which I put the link in for earlier. So if anybody else is interested, you can look in the chat and find the link which I wrote. So you apply, then your application is evaluated. The written application is evaluated by 2 evaluators. Then we look at all the scores together. We draw up a list and also a waiting list. And from this list, the candidates who meet the minimum overall score is out of 10. It's 5. You need to have at least 5 to be considered for the next round. And so those who get chosen for the second round are then interviewed. And the new thing for this year is that there will also be a short written quiz as well. I think about 10 questions. It's still to be defined, but this will be at just before the interview stage, I think. And yeah, it's kind of general knowledge on the subjects surrounding the AMIR program. So that's that. And once you go through this and the interview, at that point, you're told whether or not you're successful. So yeah, two main steps to the selection procedure. Okay, Mohammed. Okay, so another question. Okay, chemical engineering. Okay, English certificate from the university. It's in English. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's the same answer as I've given previously. Yeah, it's okay for the application. Hamza, does the background degree grade matter only, or the ranking of the previous university too? I don't know I'm not sure how expert the evaluators are on the level of universities around the world. I'm not sure if they're going to check this, to be honest. I think it depends on your transcript, but it depends on other things as well. I mean, they're going to look at all the documents you've uploaded. They're going to look at your form and to try and get an overall picture, you know, your CV, your letter of motivation as well, to get an overall picture. It's not as clear cut as just looking at your grades. So yeah, I don't think they're taking into account, you know, like the Shanghai ranking of your previous university. I don't think so.
And I would say that, like, for the motivation letter especially, do it tailor-made, like showing the motivation letter that you understand AMIR, that you are not just applying to an Erasmus Mundus master and you are sending the same motivation letter to everyone. Like, show your strength and why AMIR, I would say, as a recommendation.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, Mohammed. Okay, yeah. So what if my application is selected? Do the candidates do an interview or an online test? Yeah, exactly. So a short online test followed by an interview. Yeah, exactly. Danuk, 4 years, okay. Right, okay, so this was you giving more specific information when I answered your previous question, I think. Okay, yeah, so my answer and Aina's, the things that Aina added to my answer are still the same. Okay, Mohammed asked how many students will be accepted for this year. So yeah, again, I gave an answer on this, okay. 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 AMIR, yeah, also asking about the number of Erasmus Mundus scholarships. Okay, yeah, so I answered recently. What is the fee structure for Bordeaux and Darmstadt through EIT? So through EIT, if you're coming into the program with the EIT grant, AFSA grant, which for everybody's information is 13,500 euros total for the 2 years of the program, then you're expected to pay either 4,000 or 2,000 euros per year. So the fees for through EIT are slightly lower. You're still expected to pay those fees. 4,000 is for what the European Commission defines as partner country students. So majority of countries, out with the EU are partner countries, and I think, and then the 2,000 euros is for EU countries, which are considered by the European Commission as program country nationalities, program countries. And I think there are, on top of the EU countries, there are also 3, maybe 4 countries, I think, yeah, such as Norway, probably Switzerland, and maybe 1 or 2 others around Europe, which are considered as program countries, and where it's 2,000 euros. Okay. Fanuel, what is an ideal candidate? What weighs more from requirements? Yeah, again, yeah, I don't know the weights anyway, but yeah, we don't give these out generally in advance. Okay, if I have an official document and the medium of instruction was in English, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Again, TOEFL or IELTS, an official certificate is the best thing, especially if you studied in a country where English was not an official language. Even if the medium of instruction was English, then it's better. But if that's all you have now, then you put that in and yeah, go ahead. Okay. Sigun, okay. Mining engineering major, okay. So I mean, that's, yeah, I guess we've covered that question since. Okay. That's all the questions I see. So I see there's maybe a hand raised. Clement, I don't know if this is deliberate or maybe it's just been left up. If you want to ask a question on camera or orally, then go ahead. Otherwise, you can write it in the chat as you prefer, no problem.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Clement from Ghana.
Hi, Clement, yeah.
Yes, I am an engineer. I completed school, I think, 4 years ago, 2018. I applied for the AMIR program, but I wasn't selected. And I wasn't clear if it was because of the financials or my academic qualification, because I had second class lower division in Ghana. Yeah,
okay.
Coming from my University of Science and Technology, yes. Now, you know, I am even at work whilst I am working now, whilst I'm talking now, yeah. I'm an engineer, I'm working on a plant at the moment. So okay. I want to ask, what is the criteria for the selection? Is it purely based on the financials or the academic credentials or experience, working experience?
Financial, no, there's no financial criteria. I mean, that's, you know, that's the choice of the candidates. You know, if you're made an offer, then that comes into play. You know, up until this year, we only had the EIT AFSA grants, so partial scholarships. So some students we made an offer to, we said, okay, you're accepted. And some of them said, okay, great. And some of them said, no, okay, after consideration, 13,500 euros is not enough. And so I won't be able to join. And, you know, so just to tell you that comes into play once you're selected, but we don't take financial considerations into account at the initial application phase. So that's not a criteria at all. Yeah, so as we've discussed, I don't know if you heard earlier in the session, so academic strength of, you know, your academic background is one criterion, and another one is, you know, the work experience you have and the sort of this entrepreneurial innovation potential that you might have as a result of having more work experience. I would also say, I mean, I don't have much more to add on that point, but I would also say if you want more feedback on the application you made, which was not accepted, as I mentioned earlier, you can send us an email and I can go back into, you know, your application at the time, find your evaluation results and explain to you, you know, what the grade was and what the grade for each criterion was and the weighting. That's a possibility. So if you want to do that to have a better idea, then send an email to AMIR Master and we'll have a look in due course.
All right.
Also,
okay.
I guess you have to take into account that sometimes, like, Christopher receives a lot of applications, and sometimes it's not. It's about the timing and who are the other applicants at the moment, the year you apply.
Yeah.
It's competitive.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll send you a mail, Christopher, when I go.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, Juan Ramirez, you have your hand up. If you want to ask a question, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, hello. First of all, thank you for sharing with us your experience. You were talking about innovation skills, also entrepreneurial skills. I would like to know how is the process with the partnerships? I know we have a mandatory internship with some partnership. I really want to know how is the process with the partnership, with the internships? How's the connect AMIR program with the companies, you know, with the company environment? I want to know that.
Okay, yeah, good question. So for the main second year 2 internship, which is generally taken in semester 4 of the program, up until now, that has been me. So the program manager contacts the industrial and research and technology organizations, which are the official partners of AMIR, and asks them, this is probably in October, November every year, and asks them to send their offers of internships for AMIR students. I centralize these, and then I share these with all of the second year students. Generally, there are probably anywhere between 5 and 10 offers each year through this channel. But apart from that, what a lot of students end up doing is it depends on their mobility path, the year 2 and year 1 and year 2 universities, which they study within the AMIR program. But a lot of students end up doing their internships in the research labs of one of the universities which they attended. So this is particularly the case with Bordeaux. Students who come here and do their first year quite often end up coming back in the last semester, regardless of whether they've done their second year in Darmstadt or Madrid or even Liège, and doing their internship in one of the laboratories associated with the program here. Maybe Aina, you can add, or Moni, maybe you can add something on this.
Yeah, I would just like to add that you can do internship in company, but you have to just find the right opportunity, or maybe if you are doing internship with your supervisor, you can ask them to recommend you as well. And I think if you will find the opportunity, you will get it. You just have to find or contact your supervisor, and you have to just make it a right network. And every time I think you will get the opportunity, like EIT organize lots of events where they provide like many internship in companies and many institutes and many big institutes and universities as well. So you just have to look through everywhere, and you just have to find the right people and just try to get the opportunity. That's it.
Yes,
okay. Please, sorry, Aina, go ahead.
No, that as Moni said, being part of EIT-labelled master, you get the opportunity to participate in different EIT raw materials event, and that's a very good opportunities to get in contact with different companies and do some networking. And just like for reference, for example, of the students that are doing the second year right now in Liège, the ones in Liège, if I'm not wrong, there are 6, and at least 3 are doing the internship now in a company.
Yeah, I would say that since the beginning of the program 5 years ago, especially in the last couple of years, we've seen more students taking up these opportunities in the company. I think it's maybe a question of the word spreading, that these opportunities are there, and even out with the official partners, industrial and RTO partners of the AMIR program, there are we see one or two students now starting to take up opportunities in local industries as well. I think so this is something that the program's trying to develop now as well, these local partnerships, so that this becomes something that's more systematic, and maybe something that AMIR as a program then also centralizes and offers to students. But that's something that we need to see, but it's something that's also possible, and that in discussion with the local academic coordinator and local professors, you can also find out more about the local research and industrial environments, I would say.
Okay, thank you guys for your answer. It's clear. I really want to know, I'm sorry, I'm asking another question, but I want to know if it's a possibility that any company or EIT maybe invest in some ideas, in some entrepreneur ideas. The core of the master is being an entrepreneur. I really want to know if EIT or some partnerships have, funds for entrepreneur ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, above all, the EIT program itself does. I don't know if I'm the best person here to talk about EIT, but there are the EIT, what they call, I think it's added value activities. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going.
Fun, yeah.
I just wanted to point out about EIT Jump Starter event that you can search out, because I was the second winner of the EIT Jump Starter in 2019. At the beginning, I just had one innovative idea, but I didn't have a good knowledge in business and how to put it on the market. So there was a 1-year intensive boot camp that they taught us a lot of things. And that is a very great opportunity if you are interested to learn those concepts and to get some entrepreneurial mindset and to assess the validation of your idea. So I think that they have this program 2 times per year, but I'm not sure. But if you just search out EIT Jump Starter, you will find plenty of information. Yeah. If you have any further question, you can also contact me. I would be happy to help you. Yeah.
Great. I see just for Irfan and everybody that Shushanik has put the link directly to the Jumpstarter page on the in the chat. So yeah, you can consult this.
Yeah, this is very useful program. Yeah, I highly recommend it.
There are another couple of hands raised. So I think Mohammed was first. So yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, I am Mohammed. Do you hear me clearly?
Not completely clearly, but it's okay. We can hear you. Yeah, please go ahead, Mohammed.
Okay. Kindly tell me the expected dates for the online test exam and the interview.
So the deadline is for the applications is the 22nd. So the end of next Wednesday, I think. No, the end of next Tuesday. To be honest with you, this is something, because of the problems I mentioned earlier, which we are having with the application platform, I'm probably going to extend this by a few days. So this is something that, if you look on our website and on the application platform between now and tomorrow, I'm going to extend it, I think, until the end of next week. So probably until the 25th. After that, the evaluators will have approximately, well, it depends on the number of candidatures received, because we're probably going to see a big increase this year. The evaluators will have until mid-April, roughly, to evaluate your files. Then we'll convene together with the evaluation team and decide who's going to be tested and interviewed. So I would say, again, it's an estimate, but you would be looking at sometime during the week of the 18th of April, sometime between 18th and 22nd of April, you'll be informed whether or not you're selected for the test and for the interview. I hope that, yeah, okay, you're welcome. Next hand raised, Thomas. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, hello. You mentioned previously during the questions that you attach quite an importance to entrepreneurial potential. And I was asking myself, how do you select people on entrepreneurial potential, and how do you think it's important in the motivation letter?
Yeah, it's a combination of motivation letter, you know, work experience, your CV. That's where this will come out from, I would say. In terms of your motivation letter, I mean, for us, it's for the program and, you know, our links to the EIT, it's added value to have candidates or students in the program who, you know, are looking not necessarily to go into a career in research in future, but who are really looking to, you know, to go into like development of a new idea, development of a product, joining a startup, creating even a startup, maybe, you know, going through this jump starter program. This is, you know, this is really kind of something that's like, yeah, added value, something extra, having students like this in. It's not, you know, we have plenty of students who come into the program and who remain in academia, who go on to do PhDs. You know, it's the case of Moni and of Aina, who are with us today. It's also the case of Yazan, who may still join us, and several other alumni of the program. So, I mean, I wouldn't worry if that's the case, that it's the only, that you absolutely have to, you know, have this entrepreneurial mindset, or have this, you know, desire to come into the program to develop your career in this direction. But yeah, I would say it's a bonus. That's all.
I would just like to add one thing, that I know one of my friend, he's in the Liège, and he got some funding through some company because he submitted one idea, and the idea got selected regarding the batteries, and now he got like very good funding for the further research on the idea. So that's what I said before, like you just have to find the right network and the right opportunity. In Jump Starter, you can submit your idea, they will review it, and then you have to give pitch, and then they will select you on the basis of that. And before that, they organize a race, which is also nice. There you will learn how to do ideation for an idea. You can think about innovation of something. It can be about a new technology or anything, regarding anything, and you can work on that. So you will always have opportunity, but this course is about material science, but at the same time you will learn computational, entrepreneurship, and so many things. So you can just find what way you want to go, and regarding that you can just find the right people. That's it.
Yeah, maybe Shushanik, if you have it on hand, you can put in the link for the race, the raw and circular economy expedition. This is something that all AMIR students are allowed to participate in. It's hopefully this year it will be in physical again. It's a 2-week event where you're taken around different industrial sites in Europe. All costs are taken in by the EIT, so it's free for our students, and yeah, potentially all students, if interested, can participate in this. and usually it's in the summertime between the first and second year of the program. So yeah. Shushanik also says, yeah, let's yeah, but I guess we're running out of time. So yeah, we can take a few more questions. So I have one more hand, I think, raised. It's Amir. So let's take this last question. And yeah, of course, you have the AMIR email address.
Materials, their design and their recycling. I am just worried if it look like a biased or subjective that I am only focusing in on this specific track like that. Does it affect to my application?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I don't think so. I would have a tendency to say, I mean, Aina, Moni, please correct me, even Irfan, I would have a tendency to say that, you know, the more specific and the more sure you are about what, you know, what you want to do, where you want to take your career with regards to what you've studied previously, you know, the better. You know, the more detail you can provide on this kind of thing in your motivation letter, the more concrete a plan you have and how the AMIR Master program would help you get there and achieve your goal, then yeah, I think it's better for your application and your chances of being accepted into the program.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. First of all, it's better to know your strengths and your ability, and then try to see that what do you need from this master program, and then also how you can take a benefit from this program, or maybe if you can make some impact on the program. I mean, it can be a win-win relationship. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I think if there are no more questions, then we can probably wrap up today. I don't know, Shushanik, if you would like to say a few words.
Yes, I would like to thank everyone again for joining us today. As Christopher said, the deadline is initially the 22nd, but you will be informed if it is extended or not. And as you see the links in the chat, you can always contact Christopher or Academy, EIT Raw Materials Academy at academy@eitrawmaterials.eu if you have any other questions, and we will be more than happy to help you. Yeah, it was a very nice session, and I hope we will hear from you soon. Thank you for the moderators for the session, and wish you all a pleasant evening.
Okay, yeah, thanks Shushanik for organizing, and yeah, all the best to everybody. And yeah, here's the email address again if you want to contact me, Amir, directly.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.